All right, I want to welcome everybody to our senior night tonight. I want to start by giving some thank yous, in particular to our student body, parents, families, and the fans for their continued support all season. I want to thank the HCAM and all the folks on the cameras and announcing the games for their support and everything they've done for us all year. I want to make sure to thank the HBA and all the youth coaches in town that have played a role in our program, not only this season, but past seasons and future seasons as well. I want to thank the Hopkinton Boosters for their support, the athletic department, Lou Sanborn and Dee King, our athletic trainer, Catherine Henry. I want to thank our administrative team, Evan Bishop, Josh Hanna, Justin Palmerville, as well as Superintendent Dr. Carol Kavanaugh. I want to thank our custodial and maintenance staff for making sure the gym is always ready to go and the floor is clean for us. And to thank the Hopkinton Hoop Band, the cheerleaders, as well as all the people who have worked ticket tables and scoreboard and all the game day personnel all season long. I want to make sure to welcome Medfield and their fans. Congratulations to your seniors over the past 4 years on another successful season this year. And we'd like to recognize your 4 seniors. Number 5, Meg Sear. Number 12, Casey Chin. Number 21, Erin Seibel. And number 24, Maeve Devlin. Lastly, I'd like to take a moment to recognize our own senior. She's been a 4-year varsity player, a captain, a Tri-Valley League All-Star, and everything a coach could ever want in a player. So please join me in taking a moment to recognize number 0, Lily Morningstar, accompanied by her parents, Carl and Cindy, as well as her siblings, Tom, James, John, Sam, Mia, Eli, and Will. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry.
Good evening and welcome to Hopkinton High School for tonight's varsity girls basketball game and senior night as the Medfield Warriors take on your hometown Hopkinton Hillers. The Tri-Valley League is committed to the highest ideals of sportsmanship and establishing a healthy environment for interscholastic competition. The league will not tolerate negative statements or actions directed towards competitors, game officials, or fans in attendance. Such actions include taunting, trash talking, and the berating of players or officials. Please respect all decisions made by officials. Please respect fans, coaches, participants, and opponents alike. Thank you for helping create a positive, respectful, and fun environment here at HHS. And now for tonight's lineups for the Warriors. Starting at forward, number 20, a sophomore, Camilla Silk. Starting at guard, number 2, a junior, Tess Patry. Starting at forward, number 4, a junior, Sienna Kinney. Starting at forward, number 13, a junior captain, Kayla McNeil. And starting at guard, number 21, a senior captain, Erin Seibel. The Warriors are coached by Mark Nickerson. And now for your hometown Hopkinton Hillers. Starting at guard, number 22, a freshman, Kiki Fossbender. Starting at guard, number 23, a freshman, Lauren Cho. Starting at forward, number 33, a freshman, Lexi Trendle. Starting at forward, number 21, a sophomore, Caroline Connell. And starting at guard, number 0, a senior captain, Lily Morningstar. The Hillers are coached by Mike Greco and assisted by Kerry Chatton and Pat O'Brien. Now would you please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
TV presents another edition of Girls Varsity Basketball. Hi, I'm Tim Haddock here again with Steve Spector. And Steve, tonight we have the last home game here at Hopkinton, the last game for senior Lily Morningstar, the lone senior on the squad this season, as the 7-9 Hopkinton Hillers take on the 12-6 Medfield Warriors.
Yeah, a big night here at the Athletic Center, and one of their big rivals, Medfield's here, and they're on a roll. They've got a good record of 12-6, and the Hillers are kind of in a must-win situation with a 7-9 record. This is essentially a playoff game.
Right. And
again, Lily Morningstar, senior night. She's the only senior. She's got her whole family here, and it's a big game for the Hillers. If they want to have any chance at the playoffs, they're going to have to take care of business tonight.
Yeah, huge contrast for the Hillers. We talked, of course, all year about the youth on this team, but last season about 5 or 6 playing their last game here, and this year just one in Lily.
Right, and then just looking at the starting lineups, there's a nice play by Medfield, number 4, Sienna Kinney with 6'2". Get the first two. You know, Hopkinton starting 3 freshmen, a sophomore and senior, and Lily with a steal, and then Medfield starting 1 senior and 4 juniors. So big contrast to even just the starting lineups.
As one of those freshmen, Lexi Trendle, hit with the travel right there. Steve, you weren't with us, we weren't able to come announce with us last time, so we saw Hopkinton lose a tough game to Dover Sherburne. A lot of offensive struggles after 3 games winning streak for the Hillers, so a bit unfortunate to see them kind of lose that one against a almost evenly matched Dover Sherburne team as far as record goes.
You know, offensively, they've had some struggles periodically during the season, and the youth of the team. You can always just say, "Oh, there's a few freshmen on the team," and again tonight, 3 starting freshmen.
Right.
And by the time where we are in the season, they've got a lot of experience. They're playing more like sophomores, but it's not a brand new season for them right now. They're deep into the season, but nevertheless, still a young team, and but a lot to look forward to. Oh, nice play by Lily.
Morningstar somehow got the shot up, and then hit with the foul, trying to go for the loose ball. Looks like that should be Morningstar's first.
Be interesting to see how the Hiller girls deal with number 4 Sienna Kinney, really big, tall center, 6'2", and plays bigger than that.
Her shot.
Good box by
misses
Lexi.
The mark. And
I'm
Kiki
sorry,
Fossbender.
I'm sorry, Kiki.
Yeah, Fossbender, I believe, getting her first start of the year, at least her first start here at home. As Caroline Connell's shot goes high off the glass and in.
Looks like Amelia Sensini is in street clothes tonight. We don't know the situation, what kind of injury or whatever is going on there, but it doesn't look like she'll be in the game tonight, but she's giving it her all on the bench, cheering her teammates on, which is great. And Olivia Gladue, ultimate team player, had an injury early in the season, right at the beginning of the season, and hasn't played, but she's there every game and cheering her teammates on.
Yep, she's been warming up for the past couple of games, but looks like we won't see her in action this season.
Medfield looking for a half-court trapping situation. Hillers deal with it nicely.
Cho drives, a nice take. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound to Caroline Connell. Her second attempt was no good.
Good D.
Shot down low from Medfield, no good. Loose ball foul actually called against Medfield.
Lexi Trendle and Caroline Connell really are asked to play big games tonight to deal with the height that Medfield offers, and so far they're doing a pretty good job.
Caroline Connell driving, dishes it off. Now it ends up back in the hands of Cho. Her shot, no good. This Medfield team defeated Hopkinton in Medfield earlier in the season on January 15th. They beat the Hillers by a score of 3, 45-42. So a close game between these two rivals earlier this season. We'll
Nice
see
move.
what this year has to offer. Morningstar's left-handed layup just bounces out.
Unfortunate there. Was looking for the hometown bounce, didn't go.
4:45 left here in the first quarter. 4-2 Medfield lead. Five seconds on the shot clock. Baseline jumper rattles around and is good. Kayla McNeil, junior captain for Medfield, knocks down that jumper. Cho finds the open Connell, a better pass to the wing. Fossbender for 3, just a bit too strong. Good passing. It led to an open shot there for the Hillers, just couldn't quite knock it down.
Yeah, again with the youth on the Hillers squad this year, give Coach Greco and his whole staff, a lot of credit for sticking with all the freshmen. And I don't know what kind of choices they have, but they're really just empowering them to do a great job this year. And the record is not one of the better records they've had in past years. However, they're playing their hearts out, and they still have a shot at the playoffs, and with a few games left. So.
Brooke Doherty steals it and takes it down the entire length of the court and draws a foul at the end of her drive. Couldn't get a shot up, but gets an inbound for the Hillers under the Medfield hoop.
Brooke Doherty, another freshman, getting a lot of playing time this year.
Connell for the free throw line jumper, no good. Doherty fighting for the rebound, almost got it. But Ashley McDermott did get her hands in on that one. Force a jump ball.
Not sure what the call is on that one. Was it a jump ball?
I believe that it was. Yep, she got her hands. She got mixed up with Sienna Kinney, who's going to the bench right now.
Some elbows were kind of flying there. If you saw that.
I did. She pulled her arms back, but
yep.
Just a jump ball.
Oh, nice move.
Connell with the drive on the right side, goes up strong. 6-4 Medfield.
Pretty slick move with the left hand on the right-hand side.
Wild shot down low from Maeve Devlin. 3-point shot, no good as well. Hopkinton, Morningstar on the break.
Beauty.
She finds an open Connell, hit with a travel.
Good play by Lily. Good box and the rebound, dribbled kind of coast to coast and it made a well-timed pass to Caroline, but she unfortunately took an extra step.
Pass, nice bounce pass down low from Kayla McNeil. Led to an easy shot opportunity from Maeve Devlin. She was fouled from behind. 2 free throws coming for Devlin.
Yeah, Brooke Doherty getting her money's worth when she's in the game. You know, she definitely is as aggressive as anybody on the Hiller squad here, and picked up her first foul. Pretty fearless, I would have to include too. She comes in here, doesn't really matter who she's covering. And I think Coach Greco assigns some of the tougher defensive tasks to her, and she's done a good job.
Devlin goes 2 for 2 on that trip as Lulu Murphy makes her first entrance into this game.
Nice.
McDermott finds Doherty.
Nice.
Who scoots in for the layup. 8-6 Medfield. 2:25 left here in the first.
McDermott, nice bounce pass. Not an easy pass. There it is.
Morningstar picks off the pass. Tries to get inside to Lulu Murphy. She does. Doherty with the offensive board. She gets another bucket. And the Hillers have tied this game at 8-8.
Wow, that was quite a stretch there from the last 45 seconds. A couple quick hoops. Brooke Doherty making the most of her time in the last couple minutes. Got 2 quick buckets. And great job there. While we have a minute, we want to acknowledge our awesome staff and crew here. We have some new members we'll get to in a second here. We have Tom Dings directing, and we have Samantha Dings doing graphics. They've done a great job all season and doing cameras tonight. We have Andy Ritz, and we have 2 special camera folks, Josie and Callie Hopkins, 6th graders at the Hopkinton Middle School, and they are have gone through the HCAM workshops, and this is their very first hoop game, so we want to congratulate them and say they're doing a great job. And they have from what I was told, they have a HCAM TV show that's going to be called Middle School Life, and they are involved in that, so we wish them luck in that career. They have plenty of time, so only 6th graders, so. You're doing a great job, girls, so.
Yeah, great to have them along.
Hopefully Jim Cousins is going to learn a little bit from the girls. I don't know if he can hear me, but. So good job, everybody. Appreciate all your work tonight and all season.
2:10 left here in the opening quarter. 8-8 score. After 2 quick buckets from Brooke Doherty. Morningstar picks off the pass again. Takes this one all the way. Lily Morningstar making her impact on the defensive end.
Not what the coach for Medfield, Jeff Marsden, was looking for coming out of a timeout, to have a really easy steal for Lily. She made a nice play at the end. Hillers with their first lead of the night.
The step back three, no good. Caroline Connell fighting for the rebound. Morningstar again, good play, makes a late pass. Can't quite get it to McDermott. Devlin drives, she takes the contact. 2 more free throws coming for Devlin, the senior captain.
Lulu Murphy, for younger players, I know she got called for the foul, but she did everything she could to avoid the foul. She kept her hands up, didn't reach. She was still moving, and there was body contact, so that's probably why there was a foul call, but it was really good defense by Lulu there. Again, another sort of younger player, only a sophomore, but when she comes in, she's a pretty big spark as well. Medfield really doing well at the free throw line tonight.
Devlin in particular, 4-4 from the stripe tonight. Responsible for the 10-10 score that we have right now. Just over a minute left here in the first. Morningstar drives, pass over to Connell.
Ooh, tough shot.
She muscles a shot up, can't get it to go. Rebound to Medfield.
Just under a minute left in the first quarter.
Morningstar almost pokes it away. Doherty getting involved. Looked like it was last off of Medfield, but in the scrum, Warriors get the ball back.
Yeah, Brooke Doherty involved in that play again and really doing a good job. Getting some good minutes early. And as you know, Tim, these games, these are a home and away series, so as you mentioned earlier, the first game Medfield won only by 3 points. And even though the records are a little different, you can tell that Hopkinton is here to play tonight. Good D.
Yeah, Lexi Trendle doing all she can to prevent the easy shot there, and she did.
Shot clock winding down.
The deep three, no good. Great box out from Brooke Doherty, keeping Medfield's Lily Cumming away from that ball. 24.7 remains on the clock. Shot clock is off. Still 10-10 score. Hopkinton can work the last shot if they want. Morningstar at the top of the key with 10 seconds. She drives.
Tough shot.
Got partially blocked there. Ball goes out of bounds and Medfield takes over.
Good job by Lily coming out after a good first quarter for her.
Three seconds left for Medfield. About half court, shots up. Might have been partially blocked as well. Either way, we have a 10-10 score after the opening quarter. Some great play defensively from Lily Morningstar. Brooke Doherty getting involved on the offensive end as well, getting a couple buckets there for the Hillers. But some struggles from both teams, I'd say, to start things off.
Yeah, so, as we talked about, the Hiller girls have had a tough time sort of generally on the offensive end. And again, as you mentioned, the previous game last Friday night, they had a really particularly tough time with 6 points at halftime, which
Right.
I didn't mean to bring that up, but as compared to that last game and scoring 10 points in the first quarter, that's a much better start. And you can tell that they are playing with a purpose tonight, and it's, like I said, it's essentially a playoff game for them. And if they pull this out, then they still have to deal with Norwood, which has a 15-3 record, I believe, or something like that.
Right, yeah. Very talented
on
team.
Friday night at Norwood, and that's going to be a tough game. So they really need to win one of the next 2 league games if they want to have any thoughts of making the playoffs, and they have 2 non-league games. So we're rooting for them to win all the last 4 games, but
Yeah.
let's start with tonight.
Right, one at a time. So Medfield comes into this game with a 10-4 TVL record. Winners of five games overall in a row, league or otherwise. So Hopkinton has its work cut out for itself here tonight.
Maybe 3 seconds.
And Steve, they must have heard you. That was called almost right after you said that. Turnover going against Medfield.
I couldn't help but notice there were 2 Medfield players in the lane for 5 seconds, so I figured, that should have been 2.
Might as well let them know, right?
2 infractions. I think. Nice
Fossbender
move.
drives baseline. The jump shot no good. She gets her own offensive rebound. Can't get that to go.
Good aggressive play by Fossbender.
Devlin's shot off the mark. Fossbender gets in there for the rebound. Fossbender throws up another shot. That might have been blocked.
Good idea. It's a little out of control there.
Pass inside to Kinney. She somehow recovers, gets it to go.
That's a tough matchup, but any way you slice it, the Hillers don't really have any height, and she's a strong girl too. So some of the freshmen, bigger girls and sophomores, Caroline is one of them too.
She just blocked Caroline Connell's shot there.
Oh, nice D.
Morningstar got involved, poked the ball away. Kiki Fossbender, Lily Morningstar, and Lily Cumming getting on the floor there.
Bodies flying all over the place there, but good aggressive play by both teams.
Morningstar drives, gets bumped from behind, layup a bit too strong, but she's rewarded with 2 free throws.
Yeah, nice take by Lily. She likes the left hand. That's the first foul on Sienna Kinney. 6:17 left in the half. It's the friendly bounce on the first one.
There's the home court bounce we were looking for. Second one not so lucky. Lexi Trendle fights for the rebound.
Nice.
Manages to knock it off of Camilla Silk.
Annie Kennedy of Medfield coming in the game. She almost went in the game with her warm-up on, so it's good that she took that off. Oh, too bad.
Kennedy inside to Kinney. She's fouled on the shot.
Well, it's a smart play by Medfield. Get it down low and see what Sienna can do. Sienna Kinney for Medfield, or they're certainly going to her early and often. Definitely a nice, strong player.
Yeah, right now, Medfield shooting the free throw, and then the rebounders, no one shorter than 5'11" of those 3. And I don't think Hopkinton has anybody over 5'11" on the team. There might be, maybe Lexi Trendle might be the closest, but as Cho's reverse layup is no good. Caroline Connell just plowing in there for the rebound. Fossbender, a chance for a second opportunity. Can't get that to go.
Good aggressive play, just unlucky the ball didn't go down.
Coach Greco wanted the foul on that one, but Caroline Connell came flying in there, so I think they might have got a break on that trip. Either way, Morningstar on the other end saves it right to Medfield. Kennedy shot a little short. A scoop layup, no good, but then Sienna Kinney right there to recover. Ariana Tristani's reverse layup was a nice move, just bounced out, but Kinney was there to rebound it home and get 2 more points.
Good block there too. Really disruptive down there.
The Fossbender gets blocked again. She's being aggressive, but Kinney's just too tall.
She must have close to 10 points of the 15 points, I think. Kinney, I'm talking about.
Tristani called for the travel there. 4:49 left here in the first half. 15-11 Medfield lead.
Hillers could use a bucket. They only have one free throw this quarter with 4:45 to go in the second quarter. Ooh, that's a
Joe Dries
thought that was some
probably
contact there.
could have picked up the foul there. And then maybe a makeup call on the other side as Morningstar drives and is fouled on the floor. As Kayla McNeil, the junior captain, checks in for Medfield, giving Tristani a rest. Morningstar, the floater,
tough shot.
no good.
Lefty. Good D by the Hillers. Could be a. Oof.
The jumper from Kinney, no good. McDermott ends up with the loose ball.
Under control.
Still 15-11 score, under 4 minutes left now in the second quarter. Connell's pass tipped away, stolen by Kinney.
That was a try.
No,
That was another
no,
travel.
that ball got hit.
Oh, it
by,
did, yeah.
Morningstar. Someone's body hit that.
Up and down here. Under control.
Connell passes it up to Morningstar. The open three in the corner, too strong. McDermott fights for the rebound. Smart play, throws it off of Kinney's leg.
McDermott doing some dirty work under there. She's had a nice, quietly had a nice game, and has had at least one nice assist under the hoop. And then that was a really smart play to basically save the possession for the Hillers. The Hiller girls aren't exactly hitting the cover off the ball, so to speak, this quarter, but neither is Medfield. So I guess you have to give the Hiller girls some credit for their, playing some tough D so far this quarter, keeping Medfield within reach.
Doherty drives, the nice take. Not a friendly rim. A lot of spin outs in this one. And that one, no exception there, and then hit it with the foul on the other end.
I mean, this is just an observation. I'm not accusing anyone of anything, but the Medfield girls, where they get a rebound and they get the elbows there. As I recall, when I was playing high school ball, I was told when you have the rebound, you want to make yourself wide and create your own space. That's your own real estate, and they certainly are doing that. But they certainly have been trained the same way. But they're looking a little more aggressive than I recall when I was in high school. That was a long time ago, of course, but.
Pass inside to Kinney. She waits for the defenders to float by, and they do. 17-11 Medfield now. As Kinney has come alive in this quarter.
Yeah, Coach Greco's, just an observation, he thought for sure that was a travel, and he was letting the referee know about that.
Connell drives, left-hand shot. No good. McDermott's
like a foul.
rebound. She was blocked on the second attempt. And the layup, fast break layup is good for Kayla McNeil. 19-11 Medfield lead now.
Critical possession right here.
Murphy down low to McDermott.
Nice
Nice
move.
fake. And she is fouled. Good fake from Ashley McDermott off the pass from Murphy.
Well, this is a kind of a game where you have, you have Olivia Gladue, who's been out the whole season with an arm injury. We certainly wish her well, and hopefully she'll work through that and come back next year 100%. And Amelia Sensini not available tonight either, so Amelia's got an outside threat. We don't have that tonight, so kind of opens up the opportunities for some of the other girls to step up in that regard. But again, critical point, 19-11 Medfield. And
McDermott's good on 1 of 2 on that trip. Cho knocks the ball out of bounds. Yep, 19-12 Medfield lead, 2:17 left here in the first half. Hillers struggling, only 2 free throws so far in this second quarter. Meanwhile, Medfield has 9 points. Sienna Kinney has been playing very well, although she sits on the bench right now.
Ooh, close, very close to a travel right there. And that was close to a double dribble. I'm sorry. I hate to be refereeing up here, but there was a couple of very close calls there. There's a steal.
Connell takes it away that time. Morningstar almost takes it away again.
Oh,
And travel looked like somehow Medfield was going to squeak out with 2 points and maybe an and-one opportunity there.
boy, I didn't really see the travel. I've seen more obvious ones, but we'll take that call.
Fossbender drives, gets hit and one, gets the ball to rattle around. I hope that's an and one. Like I've been saying, Steve, I don't understand the high school's call of the continuation foul. It's pretty conservative as far as those calls tend to go, but that one she was rewarded and converts it.
That was a critical juncture, and the Hillers get 5 straight points.
Driving all the way was Tess Patry, and a tough break there for McDermott. Didn't look like much contact on her end, but 2 more free throws coming for Patry.
I correct myself, 4 straight points. But again, McDermott with, I think playing the right defense on that play, and just, that's one of those situations. Then when the offensive player creates the contact, and if the defensive player doesn't have their feet set, even if they're doing everything else right, it usually goes.
Foul,
yeah.
right?
So that's unfortunate for Ashley on that play, but nevertheless, she did a good job.
Tough defense here from Medfield.
10 seconds on the shot.
Harassing whoever the Hiller ball carrier is. Right now it's Fossbender. She gets it taken away.
Good D.
Pass stolen away by Connell. Pass to an open McDermott at the end. She might have got partially blocked. Fossbender fighting with Silk. Results in a jump ball going to Medfield.
Well, as I said earlier, Tim, these freshmen, compared to the games in December and even in early January compared to now, they've all really matured and developed beautifully. And I'd say tonight, Kiki Fossbender, the best game I've seen her play. Very consistent. Good hustle. Lily's all over the place defensively. She's fired up. Senior night, her family's here. Coming off the ACL injury, you'd never know it, except that she has that big brace on her neck, but she's playing great.
Exactly. 35 seconds on the game clock, 10 on the shot clock. Medfield with possession up 6. Good defense from Fossbender, forces the ball around.
Here it
Pass inside, stolen away. Shot clock is off for Hopkinton. Fossbender open down low. She drives, shot too strong. Connell now, her chance, no good. Fossbender again, but is fouled on the rebound. Kiki Fossbender getting involved.
It's like a 1-on-1 situation. Big free throw right now, even though there's plenty of time left in the game, but these free throws now are so important because they're going to come back later on, and you only.
Well, six feels like a lot more than 4 right now. As
Sure.
weird as it is to say, it feels like a lot more. So we'll see.
Beauty.
As Fossbender knocks down the first, gets it to 5.
Good job by Ashley McDermott coming out with 11 seconds left in the half. She put in some good minutes tonight.
1 for 2 on that trip. Now Medfield has 5 seconds to get a shot off.
No foul.
A deep 2 partially blocked. And that'll do it for the first half. The Hillers mount a little bit of a comeback there at the end. And after the first half, we have a 21-16 Medfield lead.
Yeah, we'll just say quickly, the Hillers didn't get much going in the first half of the second quarter, but they
Right.
you know they were stuck on having 1 point for the first 4 or 5 minutes of the quarter, but at the end they got a couple buckets and kind of tightened things up. So we're sitting here with a 21-16 score, Medfield ahead, but we have a whole second half to go, and the Hillers hopefully will come up with a nice strategy to pull this one out later on. But it looks like we're gonna have a good finish, and we'll see you all in the second half.
Tim Haladic, Steve Spector, and the rest of HCAM back with you here to start the second half momentarily. Medfield maintains a 21-16 lead. And toward the end of that first half, we saw Medfield actually had a 10-point lead. And then the last couple of minutes, Hopkinton kind of picked things up a little bit to almost cut that lead in half. And we'll see what the second half has to offer us.
Yep, and I think a key to the second half, Tim, is going to be what strategy Coach Greco is going to come up with for the Hiller girls to deal with Sienna Kinney, who has at least 10 or 12 points. I don't really keep track of the points, but at least it's at double digits already for sure, as well as she's been disruptive down, on the defensive end, blocking shots or disrupting shots. So that's going to be critical. The Hillers are going to put a body on her, so to speak, and get her boxed out. And if they don't do that, it's going to be a hard task for them to win this game. So, but if they can, I mean, they're in it. They're only down by 5 points, and they're hungry for a win. This is like I said, a playoff game for them right now. They need this win badly, and we'll see how it goes.
The second half starting right now as the ball gets inbounded to Cho. Fossbender gets picked off by Patry. Some scrambling around. Looks like it's going to stay with Hopkinton.
Good recovery by Fossbender. She got the ball tipped, but she stuck with the play and maintained possession, fortunately, for the Hillers. Nice move.
Cho with a nice drive. No good on the shot, but drawing the foul, excuse me, against Kinney. Should be her second or third, I believe.
That's a good strategy by Coach Greco.
Third.
That's a really big, critical foul. We'll see how Medfield reacts to that, whether they take her out. If they don't, I would say keep on going after her, try to get the fourth foul on her, because that's a big development there. Hopefully Cho can hit the second of her 3 free throws here.
And she does. 21-17 Medfield lead.
Nice.
Lexi Trendle getting in the way of that pass to Kinney. Great steal from the freshman. Cho drives, but is stopped.
Shot clock winding down.
Tries to get the pass to Trendle. Tough pass for Trendle to handle. It's stolen away.
Ooh.
Then somehow getting the layup in was Kayla McNeil. Somehow spun that one in up against the rim.
Little English off the glass. It barely made it over the rim, but really sweet play.
Morningstar drives, lost it off of her own foot.
Unfortunate development for Lily and the Hiller girls, losing the possession there and set them up for a full court press, a little pressure. Then they back off.
Inside to Silk. She seals off Connell, knocks down that shot. 25-17, Medfield lead, and a timeout from Coach Greco. The Medfield lead up to 8.
I think that's a good timeout. I know it's early in the quarter, but that particular play was way too easy. I'm sorry, that was Camilla Silk with she's got her position on, I think it was Caroline. I don't know exactly. I don't recall who it was, but whoever.
Yeah, I believe it was Caroline.
And there was no resistance whatsoever there. So I think Coach Greco needs to instill his, get his thoughts
Rein
across.
him back in a bit. Yep.
And, you know, this is the type of game where they're going to need to play the tough D to create the offense. And they did early in the first 1 or 2 possessions get a steal and everything. But right now, Medfield with a couple of hoops and extending the lead to 8 points at a critical juncture in the game.
Yep, and in line with that, we have Coach Greco calling that timeout to kind of stem the tide a little bit. Hopefully the Hillers can get something going over these last 6 minutes of the third. Just 1 free throw so far. Morningstar's pass almost stolen away. Fossbender, the open jumper. No good. Kinney with the board.
Good shot, just didn't go down.
Foul call down low on Lexi Trendle.
That's actually a good foul for Lexi. You know, that was her first foul, number 1. Number 2, she's got to establish herself against the bigger player, and she's just not going to let Kinney step all over her. And that was, I think that's a smart play there. Ooh, almost to 3 seconds.
The 3, no good. Kinney gets the ball kind of whacked back into her possession. Not many threes at all shot in this game.
I don't think we've had any. Have we had any?
I know Lily shot one and airballed one from the corner, that same corner that Medfield's just in, and then they just shot that. I'm not sure if anyone's made one.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't recall. And it's kind of a lower scoring game to begin with, but ooh, almost a travel there. Good D.
Trendle, great defense to tip it away and then complete the steal.
Fossbender, good job controlling the ball and not letting it. Ooh, that's a lot
Trendle
of
puts her
contact.
head down, getting 2 free throws. Lexi Trendle turning up the aggression the last couple possessions.
Couple of freshmen, Trendle and Fossbender, really doing a good job so far the second half.
First free throw a bit strong for the freshman. Second one too strong as well. She almost grabs the offensive board,
Unfortunate.
but Erin Seibel grabs it from Medfield. Pass inside down low to Kinney again. She misses the first shot. Second opportunity gets fouled. 2 free throws coming. That foul going against Caroline Connell, just her first.
I don't mean to laugh. It's just somebody blurted out it wasn't a swear or anything,
Right,
but
no,
it was
no.
just not very good sportsmanlike conduct there. That's an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty if it was a hockey game there. And second one goes.
1 of 2 on the trip for Kinney, despite the assistance from the Hiller crowd. Doherty drives and is rejected by Kinney.
I mean, good for Brooke taking it in there, but that's some tough
Tough love, we'll say.
tough environment to take it into Kinney down there. Got to put up a ball fake or something on her because she's just going to swat it away. Ooh, almost a travel.
And McDermott was hit with the travel. Little indecision on her part.
So again, it's easy up here in the perch to say, hey, you should do this and that. But in order to deal with if the Hillers are going to take the ball inside against Kinney, they got to throw a ball fake or 2 at her, especially with her 3 fouls, and see if they can get a quick 4th one on her. There you go.
Morningstar picks off the pass. Is left with an open lay-in. Knocks it down. 26-19. Medfield up 7.
Big hoop there. Oh, nice job.
Another loose ball forced by Doherty. This one rolls out of bounds, though. Stays with Medfield.
Brooke Doherty bringing a lot of energy tonight.
Kinney inside, gets the shot up, bounces around. Morningstar grabs the rebound.
About a break.
Lane opens up for Morningstar. She bounces a pass right into the chest of Tess Patry. Pass inside to Silk.
Good D.
She gets picked by Morningstar, and Silk and Morningstar fight for it on the ground.
Lily's playing some really tough D all night, just diving, disruptive. She must have at least 3 or 4 steals and a lot of tip balls. And right now, Hiller's at a critical juncture, down by 7, 3:44 left in the third quarter.
Patry's pass picked off as Morningstar and Trendle ran into each other.
Beauty.
Great passing from Hopkinton leads to a bucket from Lauren Cho. Fast break on the other end.
Great job, great finish. Lauren didn't have a whole lot of time or room to get that shot off, and she finished a beautiful good job by the Hillers.
And Morningstar getting in the way of that pass kind of altered the vision there of Erin Seibel. She lost control of that one, lost it out of bounds. Morningstar drives, forces up a shot. She's going to be shooting 2 from the line.
Camilla Silk with a foul. Junior forward, 5'11", her 3rd foul. And again, free throws critical. Lead down to 4 points.
Make that 3 as Morningstar goes 2 for 2 from the line on that trip. 26-23 Medfield lead, 2:45 left here in the third quarter. Patry drives and looks like she draws a foul from Cho.
I would say, at the risk of being a hometown announcer, that was a borderline call. You know, the refs, if anything, you want to let the girls play. And that was really no harm, no foul there, literally. And I guess justice is served, they get the ball back. So
The Silk loses that pass out of bounds. Another turnover going against Medfield.
Medfield with some pressure.
Patry a bit too aggressive there, slapping at Morningstar. Patry picks up her 3rd.
Medfield with 4 fouls to Hiller's 3 this quarter, this half. And, you know, 3 critical players for the Medfield Warriors have 3 fouls. I don't think anyone has 3 fouls for the Hillers at the moment.
I think you are right as McDermott backs down, kind of loses where she was. But running in for the rebound is Brooke Doherty.
It's her 6th point of the night.
Crashing the offensive glass. Nice give and go there for Medfield. Taking the shot was Kayla McNeil. She's fouled from behind by Lauren Cho.
That's her 3rd foul. It's a 1-point game. Looks like we're going to have a good finish here, Tim.
Looks like it indeed, though we still do have plenty of time to go. First free throw no good for McNeil.
Again, there's a unknown heckler. I haven't identified the heckler. I'm assuming it's a student. That is.
I would hope so.
That is doing all he can to disrupt the Medfield players as they get to the free throw line. I guess it's all within the rules. So that's all I'll say.
He's 2 of 4 today. So Not bad, I guess. So Medfield holds a 2-point lead with just under 2 minutes left here in the third quarter now. Morningstar stripped.
Good job by Ashley. You got get the ball back there.
Probably, not to be anti-homer, but probably could have been called for a foul on that one. Kind of, at least in my opinion, stuck her hand in late, but fortunate for Hopkinton.
Yeah, close. Looking for an explanation over there, Coach.
Maybe some possession arrow issues. Either way, the Hillers will inbound. 11 seconds on the shot clock. McDermott finds herself wide open. Ties this game at 27.
Good stuff.
Pass inside, Silk. She's fouled by McDermott. The ever-attentive Hiller fans.
Well, they have to update the score. The parents are shouting that it should be 27 apiece, and it is on our screen, but the official score down. Yeah, they got it right now, so. And now Medfield should be up a point because they just hit a free throw, I believe. There we go. We're catching up. I'm not going to do their job. That's a tough job. I wouldn't want to be the scorekeeper or running the clock or anything like that. So.
Yeah, we remember we had that incident at the end of the Ashland game where they thought the player had touched the ball, started the clock, and that started that whole about 20-minute discussion where they ended up redoing the play.
Unusual set of circumstances there, but I think they handled it. Handled it
as well as they could have,
yes.
I think, considering the circumstances. And in these circumstances, Medfield up 2, 29-27, 1:30 left here in the third quarter. Doherty drives baseline, draws the foul. That one on the floor.
You know, here's an opportunity. I'm just assuming that Medfield's big center, Sienna Kinney, sitting out with 3 fouls for the rest of this quarter. It's an opportunity for the Hillers to get a couple buckets and get some scoring
Connell
done.
from 3.
Oh, nice by Brooke.
Brooke
Looks
Doherty
like she got
muscling in for the rebound.
hit. Coach Greco's like, where's the foul? There was contact. Refs let that one go. And there's a tip ball. That looked like a travel to me, but.
And it was that one going against Medfield. Maeve Devlin.
Shot clock winding down. That's a foul.
Morningstar hit across the chest there. Tough foul.
Kind of fell awkwardly with that knee brace. It's nice to see her pop right back up again, but it was a little kind of an awkward position when she went to the ground there. Next foul on the Medfield Warriors is going to be 1-1. What was that call?
So one referee wanted to say, at least from what I gathered, that the Medfield player was out of bounds when she touched the ball, which he was right. But the other referee said that he called the jump ball first, which it would have been really tough for that to happen. But
quick.
Either way, Medfield ends up with possession.
Nice job.
Kind of a little miscommunication there. I wasn't sure if it was supposed to be a floater or a pass on Medfield's part there. Good for Hopkinton as they take over. No shot clock. 15 seconds on the game clock right now. Chance to tie or take the lead.
Good job.
Morningstar
Beauty.
gets it in to tie. 29-29. 5 seconds left for Medfield. And a deep shot, way too strong. And after Morningstar's lay-in, the nice solo drive, we have a 29-29 game after 3 quarters.
Well, that's good job by the Hillers, outscoring, getting 13 points that quarter, which is a pretty good amount of points for the Hillers. And 29-29, going to have a fantastic finish here. And, you know, a few of the players from Medfield have a few fouls, so it looks like we'll probably see Sienna Kinney come back in the game.
Right.
Their big center, and it'll be interesting to see how the Hillers can do against her. And hopefully, if Coach Greco can come up with a strategy to have a successful fourth quarter, the Hillers will be one game under 500 with 3 to go, and they'll be in a good spot to hit the playoffs. But right now they got to take care of business and got to hit their shots and hit their free throws. So,
right, Brooke Doherty's been playing very, very well this game. Had a huge impact. Not too many points, probably 4 to 8, somewhere in that range. But getting those points is where she's made her impact. Offensive rebounds, steals, a lot of second chance opportunities for Brooke Doherty. She's had a very impressive game for the freshman, as well as Kiki Fossbender and Lexi Trendle. Again, we talk about it all the time. It's kind of a huge talking point, though, but the youth on this team stepping up big for the Hillers in this particular game. 8 minutes left to decide the winner, though, at 29 apiece. Hopkinton will inbound.
and Coach Greco going with the youth and giving, looks like Lily's taking a breather here to start the fourth quarter. Lauren Cho's back in the game. No need to panic. Get a lot of time here. Just take care of the ball, have good possessions, and get some good shots off, and that should work out.
Cho drives, kind of lost her footing there and was blocked. Devlin's pass picked off. Fossbender puts her head down and drives. Shot a bit too strong.
Good job by
Lexi Trendle down low. Offensive rebound, fouled on the putback.
Maeve Devlin, with the captain, with her second foul. Oof.
First free throw a bit too strong for Trendle. She struggled a bit from the line here tonight.
Wholesale changes for Medfield. Sienna Kinney coming back in.
Second one good for Trendle. Hopkinton takes the lead, 30-29. It's gonna be the first time in I think almost 3 quarters that they've had the lead. I'm not sure if they've had it at all this game. Either way, it's been a while. Kinney backing down, getting position on Connell, and she banks in the shot.
Tough to defend that.
Doherty drives
Nice
after
play.
the pass from Cho, no good. Kinney with the board.
Doherty got away with a couple fouls
Yeah,
down there.
that she did.
That's just all right. That's just playing aggressively and wasn't too bad.
Tristani
Oh,
inside kind of fell,
Oh,
but it leads to a wide open putback opportunity for Kinney.
unlucky.
Cho's
Ooh.
pass somehow recovered by Connell. Saves possession for Hopkinton. Doherty drives a nice bounce pass to Trendle.
Nice.
Her shot just a bit too short. Kinney altering that one just enough. The deep three from Tristani, too strong. Kinney on the offensive glass. Deep two, knocked down from Lily Cumming, the freshman from Medfield.
Hillers need a hoop.
Cho drives. The right-hand layup just goes begging.
Close play.
Tipped ball out of bounds. Stays with the Hillers.
And again, good play by Cho. Good idea taking it up to Sienna Kinney and trying to draw her a foul. And you know, to Lauren's credit, she got the shot off. Just a little strong off the board, but 5-point deficit for the Hillers at the moment.
Fossbender drives. She tries the same thing, driving at Kinney, can't get it. Morningstar, that might have been Hopkinton's ball had she not tried to save it. Either way, Medfield, a nice step through from Cumming.
I think I need a timeout.
Great Euro step there.
Coach, oh, there it is.
And there's the timeout from Coach Greco. Not much could be done on that last possession there for Medfield as Cumming weaves her way through the defense. And since Kinney came back in, she got 2 buckets for her, and then her passing led to a bucket, and then a bucket on Cummings' own part, now we have an 8-point swing, 37-30 Medfield lead.
Yeah, I mean this quarter, 8-1 this quarter, the first 3 minutes of the quarter. So after being tied, the Hillers need to kind of regroup, and that's a good timeout by Coach Greco to gather his team and don't overreact. But you can see Lauren Cho is kind of catching her breath on the sidelines there by our camera crew. Maybe you can.
Yeah, and while we thanks for that little segue there.
Yeah.
We just want to thank our crew one more time. Tom Dings, Samantha Dings, Andy Ritz, and our 6th grade helpers here today, Josie and Callie Hopkins. So thank you guys again for giving us your all here tonight. Again, they went through HCAM workshops, and they have a show on that program called Middle School Life. So thank you again, Josie and Callie.
Doing a great job. They have some coaches there with Jim Cousins and John Ritz, but those guys aren't doing much tonight. The girls are doing all the work down there, so they're doing a great job. But fun crew, fun season tonight, all season.
37-30 Medfield. Under 5 minutes left here in this one. Morningstar dribbles herself open. The bounce pass goes off the hands of Trendle.
Good idea. Coach Greco's clapping his hands. It was a good idea, just didn't execute it completely. Need a stop.
Cumming needs help, finds it, and a foul is called.
That was unfortunate. I didn't really see
tough
much
there. I wish we had replay. Couldn't really see much of anything. I thought that Patry might have been called for an offensive foul for a push-off for how much space she got, but I believe the foul was somewhere else. That one going against Fossbender. The corner 3.
That's a
Lily
backbreaker
Cumming.
right there.
7 points for the freshman in this quarter, and she has been a completely different player here in the last 4 minutes.
All of a sudden, a tie ball game after 3 is now a 10-point deficit, so that happened fairly quickly. You blink your eyes, and it's down by 10. Hillers need a hoop.
Morningstar drives. Cho, the step back 3. No good. Fossbender, offensive rebound. And Patry a little late on that steal attempt there. Kind of ran up on Cho. A free throw at least coming for the freshman.
And 1-on-1 situation for Lauren. She's had a great season, especially early on when Lily was still recovering from her ACL.
Yeah, with both Lily and Olivia out, they need to lean on Cho heavily.
She did a great job early on, and she's had a good season. It's valuable. Oh, that's got to be something there. A little excuse me foul there on number 3, Lily Cumming. Tough to hide from that one.
Right.
Kind of got run over there.
Just the first on Cumming, as Fossbender will do another 1-and-1. First free throw is good. 2 for 2 on that trip. 40 to 32.
Fossbender, great game tonight. Definitely her best game of the season.
Great cut from Cumming. Seibel hits the freshman cutting down the lane. Another bucket for Cumming. 9 here in the fourth for her. Stolen away by McNeil.
Oh, nice job.
And then stolen right back by Connell. She stepped on the line, though, as she recovered that ball.
Good hustle. Well, 10 points, a lot of points, but there's still time. They just need to stop. And there it is.
Morningstar corrals the loose ball. She's going to take it the whole way. Layup, fast break bucket for Lily Morningstar. Makes it an 8-point game.
Good job by Lily showing her speed.
Trendle, a good foul there, though.
She took one in the nose, took one for the team there. She's trying to regroup. I think she's in pain. Hopefully she's okay.
Trying to hide it as best she can down there.
Doesn't want to come out of the game, so she's trying to keep it together, and she's doing a good job of that.
Free throw no good. Morningstar drives her bounce pass a bit too late. Good steal from Cumming. She read that one.
You know, Lily, and that quick comment on that. I think she had a shot. I think she got adjusted and went for the pass because Sienna Kinney was underneath, and I think she anticipated that, and then she kind of forced her pass and it caused a turnover. And then I guess the Hillers have the ball back after a foul on Kayla McNeil, one of the captains.
Yeah, an offensive foul. It was tough. It definitely wasn't a foul on Hopkinton, but it should have been a no call here from my point of view. Anywho, good for the Hillers as Lauren Cho drives baseline and gets the floater to go in, just trailing by 6 now.
Good D. 5 seconds. Oh, they called timeout.
Yep, timeout called from Medfield. Coach Nickerson saw what was coming. Save possession. 2:14 left in the fourth. 42 to 36 Medfield lead.
So just a programming note here at HCAM TV. We have a rare Wednesday night game coming up with the boys. Will be playing a non-league game against Grafton this Wednesday night. And then on Friday night, the boys will be home against Norwood when the girls will be at Norwood. So, and the boys also will have the boys will have 3 home games to end their regular season after tonight. The boys tonight are at Medfield. We don't have a score on that at the moment, but we'll certainly season winding down here, and Hillers, you know, if Lily Morningstar wants to get a playoff game under her belt before she graduates, the Hillers are gonna need to pull this one out, you know, more than likely, unless they run the table after. But critical juncture here. 2:14 left in the game, down by 6, and Medfield's ball at midcourt. Hillers need a stop.
Cumming cuts again. A great play to help out her teammate. Cumming 11 points here in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
Freshman coming alive for Medfield. She's been the difference here in the final stanza here, so to speak. Morningstar drives. Her layup too strong. Cumming with the rebound. She's fouled by Doherty.
In that particular case there, Lily taking it up strong, and even though there wasn't a block shot by Sienna Kinney, they certainly disrupted Lily's shot, and she kind of went higher off the board than she probably wanted to. And then Doherty got her second foul off the rebound there.
Kinney knocks that one down. 1 for 2 on that trip as Morningstar grabs the rebound. Pass up to Doherty. She's a bit out of control. Surprised she got the foul call on that one. And Cumming looked just as surprised.
Yep. I mean, Brooks playing aggressively. There was really no room. She ran out of room. It's a bit of a desperation shot, but it paid off.
Right. No good on the first for Doherty. Oh for 2 on that trip was Doherty. Kinney grabbed the rebound. 45-36, 1:30 left here in this contest. Tough break for Hopkinton to miss those 2 free throws.
Oh, good
Morningstar read the pass back inside to Kinney. She picked it off. A tough scoop layup for Lily.
I mean, that was the play. They needed quick hoops, and they just take no time to work the ball around. Just take it to the hoop.
Morningstar there trying all she can to take that ball away. Fouls Medfield Seibel.
That's a tough spot for the Hillers right now, but 1:05 left and down by 9, and the Medfield on the line.
In and out.
Gonna launch it. Good D by Medfield. Not really given much room to do anything.
Doherty again going to baseline, throwing up a prayer. No foul called on that one. 42.2 left. Timeout, Hopkinton.
Coach Greco, you know, doing his due diligence and not giving up. 9 points in 42 seconds is a big mountain to climb, but nevertheless, you know, we've seen crazy things happen, and you know, the Hillers will probably come out with a full court press and looking for a turnover quick hoop, and then who knows, right?
Right. Like you said, 42 seconds, still a long time. We have seen some crazy things happen here in Hopkinton over the years, but.
And again, we want to thank our crew, but we want to give extra shout out to Josie Hopkins and Callie Hopkins doing a great job behind the cameras, doing the floor, and we hope that they can do some more games here in HCAM, and we'll be looking for their TV show, The Middle School Life, Middle School Life. And again, also Tom Dings, Samantha Dings, and Andy Ritz also doing a good job as well. And we appreciate all your support.
Medfield will inbound. Hopkinton not fouling.
Ooh, that could have been
Connell
a foul.
probably should have been called for foul there. And that time, it looks like, again, Doherty. Connell that time was getting a little more egregious with the fouls, but you can tell by the look on her face, she thought one should have been called before.
Yep, you know, we could talk about Caroline had a great game tonight despite the score, and Lexi Trendle, Kiki Fossbender,
Brooke Doherty.
Yep, a lot of the freshmen and the underclassmen, they all played well. They just, you know, at the risk of being repetitive, the shots just aren't falling, and free throws didn't help them tonight either. They didn't. The Hiller girls didn't have a particularly strong game at the free throw line. It probably could have tightened the score.
A 10-point game, yeah, has a big impact. But that's it this season here in Hopkinton as Morningstar hits the 3. 7-point lead for Medfield. No more home games for the Hillers this season. They have one more away game at Norwood, going to be on Thursday, February 14th at 6:30. And then 2 games, I guess, to be announced later in the week, or I think beginning next week, that we'll try to let you know, get you those details as soon as we do get them. We don't know who what or where or who or where the Hillers are playing. As Morningstar gets her ovation from the fans.
Good curtain call for Lily. And it's probably her last home game here. Again, with the TBA, there could be a home game here.
Right.
I don't know if they're away or home, but nevertheless, a great career here for Lily Morningstar, and you know, as someone who has had their ACL done, for her to come back as well as she did and playing at that level, that's one of the best stories of the year for the Hillers. And tough game. You can kind of take us out here if you want.
Absolutely. So the Hillers dropped to 7-10 overall, 6-9 in the Tri-Valley League, while Medfield improves to 13-6, 11-4. And if this is the last home game that we have here this season, Steve and I want to thank you on behalf of the whole crew for joining us through the entire season, boys and girls. We hope we had a good time listening in to everything with Steve and I, trying to keep things lively during the game. But again, thank you guys for joining us here. If this is our last game, we hope you join us next season.